A soft hum fills the air. The hall is packed, yet there is an eerie silence. The anticipation is thick, almost suffocating. The event is a town hall meeting, yet tonight it feels different. The energy is not of politics, not of debate, but of something deeper, something unspoken. The camera pans across the room, stopping at a little girl sitting in the front row. She clutches an old, weathered Bible close to her chest, her tiny fingers tracing its edges. Her name is Lily, no more than 8 years old, dressed in a simple pink dress with her golden hair neatly braided. She is here for a reason, though she barely understands it herself. And then, standing in the center of the stage, is the man himself, Donald J. Trump. His usual commanding presence seems softened under the dimmed hall lights. He acknowledges the cheers and waves of the audience, but his eyes momentarily land on Lily. There is something different about her. The moderator steps forward. "All right, we have time for one last question," he says. "Let's hear from—" He glances at his list and then back at the audience. "Lily from Kentucky." A murmur spreads through the hall. The camera zooms in on Lily as she stands, visibly nervous, gripping the microphone tightly. The entire room holds its breath. What could an 8-year-old possibly ask a former president? Lily clears her throat, her voice trembling slightly. "Mr. Trump," she begins, her eyes searching his face, Do you believe in God?" The question hangs in the air. The murmur that had been present just seconds ago is gone. The silence is deafening. The camera captures Trump's face, a flicker of surprise, then something else, something more profound. He exhales slowly, his lips pressing together. He looks down for a moment, as if searching for the right words. For the first time tonight, Donald Trump hesitates. "Lily," he finally says, his voice lower, softer. "That's a very important question." He glances around the hall, thousands of eyes locked on him, waiting. "You know, when you grow up in this world," he continues, "you see things. You see good things, and you see very, very bad things. And sometimes you ask yourself, where is God in all of this?" His tone changes, more personal now. "When I was a young man, I had a brother Fred. He was kind, stronger than me in many ways, but he struggled. He had his battles, and one day he lost." The audience is still. "I was angry," Trump admits. "I asked God, why him? Why not me? Why do good people suffer?" And for a long time, I didn't have an answer. Maybe I still don't. But as I got older, I realized something. He looks directly at Lily. Faith isn't about knowing all the answers. It's about believing, even when you don't have them. A single tear rolls down Lily's cheek. The audience feels the weight of his words. Even those who came for politics now find themselves thinking about something greater. A man in the back nods solemnly. A woman near the front dabs her eyes. Trump steps forward. "You, Lily, at 8 years old, have more courage than most people I know," he says, "because you dared to ask. And that's what faith is. It's asking, even when you don't know if you'll get an answer." Lily wipes her tears and in a small, shaky voice says, "Thank you, Mr. Trump." And then something unexpected happens. The entire hall erupts into applause. Not the usual political cheers, not chants of a campaign, but real heartfelt applause. People stand not for a man, not for a party, but for a moment of honesty, a moment of truth. Trump nods, his expression unreadable. And then he turns back to Lily, offering a small smile. "Keep that Bible close, kid. It's more powerful than you know." As the event ends and people start leaving, conversations linger in the air. An old man tells his wife, "I haven't thought about God like that in years." A young woman types furiously on her phone, tweeting, "Tonight, Trump didn't just talk politics. He talked about something real, something that mattered." And somewhere, in the midst of the crowd, a little girl walks out holding her grandmother's Bible just a little tighter, her heart a little lighter. Because tonight, in a room full of strangers, she learned something she would never forget. Faith isn't about knowing. Faith is about believing. Even when you don't have all the answers, this is not just a speech. This is a moment that will be remembered, a moment that reminds us all that sometimes the greatest answers come from the simplest questions. And sometimes a little girl with a Bible can ask something that makes even the most powerful man in the world stop and think.